So out harvesting again here today. Obviously just picked this stuff here last night and wanted to give you guys a little heads up on some of the stuff that we're seeing. Behind me over in the flat area is where I've been doing the cover crop versus no cover crops trial side by side. I'm gonna do some more data analytics, but one of the big takeaways on it was we planted corn into green standing cereal rye. Cover crop is maybe 10 inches tall. It wasn't super big or anything like that, but planted green, which is supposed to be a no-no. Grass ahead of a grass is supposed to be a no-no. Didn't really change anything else. We didn't put any nutrients on with the planter. We didn't change our program very much, and we just picked 258 bushel corn off of that trial, which is just mind-blowing, just ridiculous that now with our cover crop system, 3 years, we're raising 258 bushel corn on average with our cover crop. Just amazing. The stuff right next to it that was no cover crop, now we had some issues early on with yield loss. Now we're right there at the same yield, which is just fantastic. So being able to try to figure out how do we logistically implement these cover crops, how do we logistically make it all happen, and continue to learn. So we've been pulling a ton of data about that. We'll get everything put together on what we've been seeing, how these soil samples have been changing. That, okay, yeah, it's taken a couple years before we're really getting some yield benefit and whatnot, because now it was another record year for yield for this area. So taking a little time on the yield and some of the economic return, but 3 years is what the goal is. How do we get it 3-year turnaround time on getting these cover crops to work? We've done that by evaluating the soil, evaluating those benefits that we're putting down in the soil, and I think those things happen right away. We saw benefit in 1 year. We've seen that on all of our different trials. We can see benefit from cover crop in 1 year. Now we have to look back, adjust our program a little bit. How do we utilize the cover crop to our advantage and be able to move forward? Picking more corn over on this side here today. This whole farm here, we've got trials all over the place on it. Trials coming out all over the place down around Iowa, and expanding those now going forward. So for ag companies or guys wanting to look at new products, try new things out, we're saying, okay, we've got management practices like no tillage and cover crops and strip till and nutrient management practices, but we need new products to plug in as well. So we're testing those things out, lining up more companies. We're going to keep expanding that going into 2019, putting out some product. Even here today, we were putting on some products, some broadcast tools and whatnot. So we'd love to talk to you about that. We'd love to help evaluate your operation as well for you farmers, help try to do things better, fine-tune and focus on profitability on your farm, and work with the soil, not against it. Thanks.